All right, we're back with you, keeping a close eye on our ag commodity trade, but also the outside markets as well. I'm Marlon Bowling with you. Well, let's begin our venture into the ag trade here by starting with the corn and taking a look at our quotes provided by Bar Chart. Okay, as we venture into the March contract here, right now we are trading about 3 3/4 cents lower. We're at 6.76 3/4. We are within about 1.50 cents of our low of the day. July corn down 2 3/4, and you have the December new crop month down 2 at 5.94 1/2. Just kind of floundering around here. In soybeans, you have March down 3 1/4 right now at 15.45 1/2. We had been as high last night as 15.54, and by the time we got into the morning hours, everything just kind of fell apart. Kind of like as Paul Harvey used to say, like a wet potato chip. Not very exciting. We have July soybeans down 4 3/4 cents at the moment here. They are at 15.32. And on the new crop November soybeans, we're at 13.96 1/2. They're firming up a little bit from where they were last time we checked. They're still down 2.5 cents on the day. We have had some issues in the wheat trade today. In Chicago, March is down 16 1/2 at 7.34. And July is down 13 3/4. Kansas City, March down 26 1/4 at 8.78, within a penny of its low of the day. And July down 18 3/4. Meanwhile, Minneapolis wheat, the spring wheat, has March down 8 3/4 at 9.15 3/4, and you have July down 7 3/4 cents. Cotton market, March up 186 points, and it's at 82.78. December is up 65 points on the day. A quick look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's unchanged. It doesn't know what to do. It's at 33,162. Dollar value hasn't been doing much either. March, we'll call it 93 points higher at 104.205. So not doing much. Let's look at the crude oil trade today. Right now, the April contract down $1.53 a barrel at 74.83. I'm kind of surprised at that. Let's bring in Todd Bubba Horwitz at BubbaTrading.com. So a lot of weakness in general in most of the ag commodities and also in this crude oil trade. About the only thing that stands out today is maybe the cotton. So let's talk about this here, Todd. What's your take on what's happening?
You want the rest of the story? Going to your Paul Harvey,
sure.
Paul Harvey reference? Listen, the markets are dead. There's not much going on. Nothing has changed in my overall view of the markets. Equities are I think the equity trend has changed and is now headed lower and south. And I think that the grain markets have held beautifully. When you look at them in a bigger picture, they keep holding support. And when they keep doing that, all that means is that there's probably a big short squeeze coming that will eventually start this big rally. And I still believe that we have an opportunity for a big market coming into this year.
Now, what do you see about this Ukrainian situation? Do you think that is actually going to have a big impact here on the grain trade? We're looking at this 1-year anniversary right now. And of course, a year ago at this time, that caused some really big turmoil in the markets. But now that we're starting to drag bigger players into this whole scenario, what do you think that means longer term?
Well, I think longer term it's going to have an effect, Marlon. Because listen, let's face it, the lack of production we're getting from them, plus the fact of the components for fertilizer and things that come out of there, we're not getting as much, which means our costs are going much higher, which means the inputs are up, which means the end cost has got to go higher. And if the end cost doesn't go higher, then a lot of farmers may not even choose to plant if they can't make any money because the cost of capital, the cost of everything has gone so dramatically higher that their margins are now razor thin. And that's based on if they get a perfect crop, which we all know that's not necessarily a guarantee.
That's true. All right. Well, Todd, thank you for the time today. I appreciate that very much. Todd Bubba Horwitz at BubbaTrading.com. He is in Las Vegas today. We'll take a break right here. We'll come back and we'll talk livestock right after this break.